Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I am glad you made it. Here is the headline. VA paid roughly $1 million in double housing payments to some student vets due to a legal loophole. Want to dive into that with you, share it with you here. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. And look, if you hit the thumbs up and you let the video run, that helps to share the information, and I truly appreciate it. Let's jump into it here. Moving on into the article. Some veterans enrolled in a Department of Veterans Affairs technology training program received double housing allowance payments from 2019 to 2023 as a result of a loophole that allowed them to collect their post 9/11 GI Bill benefits at the same time. The 208 veterans enrolled in the Veteran Employment through Technology Education Courses program, or VET TEC, received an average of $3,100 more per month per person, for a total of roughly $1.1 million in payments, according to the VA Inspector General. Lovely. So let's go on here and see what we can find out. The additional payments were not made in error. They specifically were not prohibited by federal law. The VA previously attempted to institute a policy to stop them, but was dissuaded by its Office of General Counsel for fear of drawing a lawsuit and the VA being perceived as not being veteran friendly, according to a report published last month. Well, the good news is they actually care a little bit about what they look like to the public as far as not being veteran friendly. So that's a kind of refreshing. So that's the Office of General Counsel as they seeked guidance on whether or not they should halt that. Boy, I'll tell you, if you were not one of the 208 veterans that enrolled and got that double allowance, you're probably kicking yourself a little bit if you were curious about it or thought about it in the past. All right, let's go on here. As a result, the loophole still stands, by the way. Although the VET TEC pilot is expected to end in April, Congress and the VA are deliberating the program's future, and the situation could set a precedent. In the IG warned. Okay, so Inspector General warned, hey, look, you can't make this continue and set a precedent. But there's no change yet, and like it said here, the loophole still stands, although it ends in April. With the VET TEC pilot program ending in April 2024, the legislation pending to continue it has a VA educational pending to continue it as a VA educational program. The Veterans Benefits Administration and Congress have an opportunity to consider whether the new iterations of the VET TEC program should continue to allow veterans to receive concurrent monthly housing allowance payments while simultaneously attending post 9/11 GI Bill and VET TEC programs. The VA OIG wrote, the program, launched in 2019, provides training in software development, programming, data processing, and other technology programs. VET TEC covers tuition costs along with a monthly housing stipend. It is available to veterans who qualify for VA education assistance under the GI Bill and who have some unexpired GI Bill eligibility. Since the post 9/11 GI Bill also provides a housing allowance to veteran students, and some were enrolled in higher education programs while simultaneously participating in the VET TEC, the VA paid the veteran housing allowances for both programs. So if that makes sense to you. So you're going to school full-time, maybe it's online. You're going to school full-time online with a hybrid that you're showing up sometimes in person to your bachelor degree, whatever you're getting, and you're there going part-time in person there. You're getting your full housing allowance from your post 9/11 GI Bill. Then you find out about this VET TEC program, so you enroll in that, and then you also get a housing allowance from that. So you're getting two housing allowances for going to two different kind of courses, I guess. So anyway, moving on. Several bills are circulating in Congress to extend the VET TEC program, which which cost the VA roughly $45 million per year. The VET TEC Authorization Act of 2023, sponsored by Representative Sisomani, would extend the program for up to 6,000 more veterans. It passed the House in May. Companion bills also have been introduced in the Senate but have not yet been reviewed by the Chamber's Veterans Affairs Committee. The VA has no plans to recoup the money. A VA spokesman told Military.com on Tuesday that while the law created an inconsistency compared with other VA educational benefit programs that prohibit concurrent payments, the law in this case allowed them. There is no statutory authority prohibiting concurrent payments to a veteran for post 9/11 GI Bill and VET TEC educational benefits, said the VA Press Secretary Terrence Hayes in an email to Military.com. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's only a couple months left until it expires. There is some action in the Congress, both on the House and the Senate side, to extend it again for 6,000 more seats. Currently, there is still the ability to be able to partake in receiving concurrent housing stipends, if you will, from your GI Bill and the VET TEC. So if you're going to a higher education and you're also enrolled into VET TEC, you can collect both. I am not sure what the dollar amount is for VET TEC for their housing stipend. If you look at the stipend for VRE, that's your Veteran Readiness and Employment, if you get enrolled into that program, they have a stipend, but it's kind of a hybrid, and I'm curious if VET TEC has the same kind of platform. If you go through VRE, Veteran Readiness and Employment, and you go to some sort of a school, you can receive either the stipend or your GI Bill housing allowance. If you have any post 9/11 GI Bill remaining, they will mirror that amount and pay you that as your stipend while you're going through the program, and not utilize your GI Bill actual accumulation. If you do not have any post 9/11 GI Bill remaining, then they shift over to the stipend amount, which is roughly about $1,000 a month if you're going full-time as a veteran with a spouse, we'll say. So I'm curious if VET TEC has the same thing. Maybe they have just a stipend piece of around $1,000 a month while you're going through the program, or maybe they have that boosted up amount where it mirrors the post 9/11 GI Bill. And boy, wouldn't that be crazy? Let's pretend for a second that you had post 9/11 and you were able to receive double that, and you were going to a very high cost of living area school. You could potentially be getting $7,000 or $8,000 or more per month in that housing stipend or housing allowance in this case. So with that, we'll end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.